Welcome back to the second of KTN News Center, and Nyeri residents are expected to turn out in large numbers for the commemoration of freedom fighter Field Marshal Dedan Kimathi. The event, organized by the county government in collaboration with Dedan Kimathi Foundation, will be held at Karunaini, the spot where Kimathi is believed to have been shot and captured by colonialists. Let's now link up with our reporter Ibrahim Karanja. Ibrahim Karanja, good morning. Talk to us about today's celebration.
Well, good morning, Brenda. Indeed, it is a very important day for the residents of Nyeri, and also a very important day for the Republic. Remember, this is a freedom fighter, Dedan Kimathi, someone who is believed to have led the struggle for independence in Kenya. He died on this particular date. His actually hanging certificate at the Committee Maximum Prison is dated 18th of February 1957, and that is why this particular commemoration is being held here. Nyeri County Government, together with the Dedan Kimathi Foundation, has chosen to honor him in a very unique way by actually erecting a monument, erecting a statue at the spot where he was shot and captured. Here, remember, this is in Karunaine village, and what I'm actually facing right now, Brenda, is a very beautiful, marvelous monument that has been erected in honor of Field Marshal Dedan Kimathi Wachiuri, who is believed to have been shot and captured from this particular spot. A monument put up by the Nyeri County Government. I will later on speak to the CEC in charge of trade and tourism, Diana Kendi, but I'll also speak to other freedom fighters who are still existing to date to understand perhaps the honor this particular day means for the people of Nyeri and also for the Republic. And right away, let me engage the CEC, Kendi, to just get to understand. Waziri, let me engage the CEC for trade and tourism. Mheshimiwa, naomba tuzungumze tafadhali. You are live on KTN News. Sorry for the ambush, but this is a very important day for the Nyeri County Government, the Dedan Kimathi Foundation, and also the Republic of Kenya, given that we are talking about a person who led the struggle for independence. And the county government has decided to honor him by erecting a monument on his honor. Perhaps who else do we expect to be here today apart from the Dedan Kimathi Foundation?
Thank you very much. We are expecting His Excellency the Governor of Nyeri, Mutahi Kahiga, to be here with us today. Should be arriving here any time now. You can see quite a number of visitors are already here. We will be having a function at Dedan Kimathi Secondary School. We already have about 5,000 people who are there waiting for this event to begin. We expect by the time we really pick up at around 10:30, 11, we should be having around 10,000 people. This is an annual event, and it was initially initiated, if I may, by the Dedan Kimathi Foundation, which was formed by the Dedan Kimathi family, led by his wife. She's the patron of the foundation. So with the direction of His Excellency the Governor of Nyeri, Mutahi Kahiga, we decided to partner with them to honor our freedom fighters. So this place really, as much as the monument that stands before you is that of Dedan Kimathi, it is really in honor of all the freedom fighters who did all that they did and sacrificed, ultimate sacrifice. A lot of them died in the thousands. We don't even know the number to date. So really this is to honor them, and we are happy to hear that they are happy.
I saw that a number of guests are coming in from other counties. I saw in the invite that also descendants of Mekatilili, Wamenza and such will be attending this particular function. Perhaps you may want to shed some light about that.
Yes, we have quite a number of visitors. This is a national event. We see it as a national event. We have visitors coming from as far as Kilifi, and that is the family that you have mentioned of Mekatilili Wamenza. We have the family of Koitalel, Arab Samoi. We have people coming from Nyandarua, from Meru, from Nandi, and you will see them later in the day. They will be having some performances. So we see this really as a national event, and we are very honored to have Nyeri be the center of the struggle for independence.
Now, finally, a question directed to you. Is Nyeri being now the center, like you have mentioned, for the struggle for independence? What has your department, trade and tourism, perhaps, what are you putting in place to make sure that such heroes are honored years later after we celebrate our independence?
Well, lots of these people paid the ultimate price. We cannot really ever say that we have repaid them enough. All we can do is, and what we are trying to do as a county government, and this is the leadership that His Excellency the Governor provides, is for them to feel honored, to feel that we appreciate. The reason I stand here at my age as a woman, an African woman, holding this job, owning property, is because we're independent, we're an independent country. We have all these things because of the sacrifices that these people made. So this is one of the initiatives that we've taken. This place, when we were coming into office in 2017, it was just mainly a tea bush and a few trees here and there. And we took the initiative to say, let's put up this monument that people might come here, and it might be the beginning of them really realizing what the independence struggle was all about. Other than this, we've documented the caves where they fought from. We have documented their stories. Most of these people are upward of 87 years old. So this is really our very narrow chance to get these stories firsthand. Thank you. So we have done that, and thank you very much.
Thank you, Wachiuri. Well, that is Nyeri County CEC for Trade, Tourism and Culture, Diana Kendi, speaking about this particular date and what it means for the county of Nyeri. She says that hundreds or thousands of people will be coming here. She says also there is the family from Kilifi of Mekatilili Wamenza. There is the family of Koitalel Arap Samoei. All these are people who are believed or who are said to have led the struggle for independence back in the day, Brenda, the independence that today we celebrate. And there is quite a history associated with this particular sport where Field Marshal Dedan Kimathi was shot and captured. Where we are, actually, the monument is where he actually was shot. Then few meters from here, because he's said to have been shot while coming from Ihororo, the village, and crossing over to the Aberdares forest. Right about 50 or so meters from where I'm standing is where the Aberdares forest starts. And he was actually heading back to the forest when he was shot. He was shot or believed to have been shot by a home guard back then. Then few meters from where we are is a place where the land has remained bare. This is a place where, according to those who believe, they are saying that Dedan Kimathi actually bled on that particular ground, and up to date, no single crop has ever grown around that place. The land has remained bare. It's something that we will show our viewers later on. But let me speak to the people who are at the helm of the Dedan Kimathi Foundation. Just to very briefly, maybe if we have a minute, Madam, thank you so much for talking to us on KTN News. Kindly tell us your name, and then tell us perhaps you have been holding this particular commemoration every year, and today we are seeing the county government actually coming up and erecting a monument. What does this mean for you, especially now that you have been pushing for the recognition of even the descendants of those freedom fighters?
Yeah, my name is Sivrin Wanjogo Kimathi, the daughter of Dedan Kimathi and Mokambi Kimathi, and also the CEO Dedan Kimathi Foundation. We have been commemorating the day Dedan Kimathi was executed. We started in the very low key. We started 3 people, became 10 people, became 20 people, 100 people. Over the last 20 years, the people have been keeping swelling. Last time we were about 3,000 people. Today we are over 20,000 people. And the reason why you don't see so many people at the monument is because there was a word, there was a rumor going around that the president would unveil the monument. No, because there are no signs that the president is coming. That's why we told people not to flock here at the monument, because it's not being launched. Today we are celebrating the 63rd anniversary since Dedan Kimathi was executed. And we have a multitude, a sea of humanity at Dedan Kimathi High School, where Dedan Kimathi schooled. It is adjacent to Karunaine, where he schooled, where he came back to teach.
Allow me to cut you short and ask, perhaps, you have been pushing for the recognition of the descendants of freedom fighters, Dedan Kimathi, Mekatilili Wamenza, Koitalel Arap Samoei, name them. Perhaps how far are we with the process of the recognition of descendants?
Yeah, as the Dedan Kimathi Foundation, we have made very great progress, because as we talk, as we are here right now, there are about 70 descendants of Mekatilili Wamenza at Dedan Kimathi High School. They spend the night there. We have over 100 descendants of Koitalel Arap Samoei at Dedan Kimathi High School. We have 300 members of Wayaki Wahinga at Dedan Kimathi Memorial High School. And we have over 70 descendants of Elijah Maside, the founder of Dinia Musambwa, the one which was burned along Mau Mau, along Dinia Kagia, along Kau. The independent church was banned along Mau Mau. So to us, Dedan Kimathi, Liberation didn't start with Mau Mau entering the forest. It started long way back. As you can see, Mekatili Wameza was born before Dedan was born way back before Dedan Kimathi.
Allow me to cut you short. Of course, we'll have more time about talking about this. But Brenda, that is basically what is happening here. On my left are some of the people, some of the remnants of the freedom fighters. Later on, of course, I'll speak to them because I'm not able to speak to them on live TV, given that they might not be able to express themselves in English or Swahili. But I'll speak to them in Kikuyu, then translate for our viewers. Of course, they can be sure to capture it in our subsequent bulletins. But that is what is happening in Nyeri County. A very important day for the residents of Nyeri, a very important day for the people of Central Kenya, and more specifically also a very important day for the Republic of Kenya. This is a commemoration of one of the people who is believed to have led the struggle for independence. And even as people are still commemorating him, he died in 1957, we can see that today he is being celebrated in a very unique way. It's a function that we shall continue to cover for the benefit of our viewers. Back to you.
Thank you so much. Right there, a reporter on the ground talking to us.